Okay guys, I thought we'd go ahead and put this bid together since we're just tying up the cabinets today. So basically, you know, like I said, it's imperative to get a pressure wash and try to get as much as the loose paint, and there's a lot, and just like all the crud and stuff like that off the house. So we go through and do that. Once the pressure wash is complete, we will come back, give it a day or two, make sure it's dry, and then we come back, and I'll deal with the house first and the deck second. But stuff like this, we use a product called Kelbond Pro. I try to get rid of all those cracks. We want it to appear as a solid piece. We don't just paint it and say, yeah, you're good to go, you know. So that's one big thing. Another thing is I would like to use a belt sander and try to get rid of some of this. That should be wood. That should not be painted. I'm not sure what they were doing. But we'll belt sand off those so that when we stain the deck. So caulking, everything. Caulked in. Fix a lot of the checking. Get in there and fix a lot of that stuff. They didn't even use the proper paint. Look at that. And then we trench the house where we actually take the dirt and we move it back, so that we can spray all this, and then when we're done we can push it back. All lights, of course, will be taken off the building. All woodpecker holes, which you have 4 right here that I see, those metal plates are taken off, and we actually make a plug and correctly fix those. Then stuff like this, caulked in. We do a lot of prep. We do it the way you're supposed to do it. Woodpecker holes back here. A lot of primer on this house. There is a lot of work that has to be done. I mean, there's a lot of spots that need to be adjusted. So I was suggesting like that eave right there, it would be painted like it is now throughout the house, and then that way we could trim the windows. We can make the windows look a certain way, and I mean, that's, you can go a lot of direction. You can make it really cool. Pretty much more woodpecker holes right there. Pressure wash through here. This is all the cedar mold. It's all from the cedar. So pressure wash through here. Fix woodpecker holes here as well. I think the color changed too. If we went to a color that wasn't like a total, you know, peachy brown, you might have less woodpecker aspect. But all these pillars up there are done by going in, and we throw a sand on them and we fill the tops in with like a car epoxy. Look how bad that is right there. Like a car epoxy, and then so that way it's all filled. All the flaking on that wood is removed. That's a huge thing too. This house needs a lot of prep. And then the decks. So decks are bleached out. We bleach them all out, and we pressure wash them to make them like look a lot nicer, to kind of get all this dark color off of them. So we bleach them all out, we pressure wash them really good, and then we come in and we stain them. I like Armstrong stain. I would suggest something a little darker. I don't even think they put anything on this, and if they did, it was a natural. So come through, stain all this guy, clean it all up best that we can, and stain the whole deck. It will be sprayed and back brushed. So that's the deck, but back to this, all that stuff will be caulked in, all these guys caulked in. These windows will all be caulked in with a silicone on the inside of them, so that they are just watertight, waterproof. And then I'm going to replace that thing. I'm going to replace this. I'll just put a new piece of wood there. And that'll go in, and like I said, all lights go off. I like to paint those guys in, and paint this stuff into the house, so that when you drive by, you don't say, wow, that's a nice house, why is there a big gray box there? And we can paint them and make it look, just disappear. So like all this wood would be just painted into the actual house. I think that's the trick. That's an important aspect right there, very much so. And then all the same through here, lights removed, all knickknacks removed, everything caulked in like that, all the nail holes done as well. So we're here, we are primered, painted, and now we're waiting for that to dry. All the high stuff has been done. We're waiting for it to dry, and then we are going to spray another coat, and then we're gonna get out of here and then go back to the next one. I just brought 3 guys today, so instead of me being up here for 6 hours, it'll be 3 guys for 2 hours, and we can get out of Dodge and head back. So there's probably gonna be some touch-ups on the cabinets. I figure any touch-ups on cabinets and stuff, I would like to wait until Doug is complete, because of the fact that he's going to need to do touch-ups on cabinets. He's going to be banging on them pretty hard, and all the granite or the slab work. So the idea would be for him to do that, so that we actually have the ability to say, okay, he's done with that. And then we come in and just do a massive touch-up of everything. I have a couple spots that I'd like to put some putty and sand on those cabinets, but at the same time I'm like, if I do that, then I'm going to be back touching them up again. So let's try to make it so we spend you know, just time a little better. So that's the idea with that. And so cabinets, as soon as he's done, we're back in. Steps, I was going to remove. I can film that now too, huh? So what I'm going to do with the steps is I'm going to remove the carpet. We'll come in, we'll remove carpet. We'll let Vince get out of here. We'll remove all the carpet, and then we're going to sand these guys down, and we're going to try to find a brown that's inside of all these browns, and we'll get this type of thing going. So that hopefully will be by the end of next week too. I'm kind of waiting to see what Doug needs in those closets and bathrooms, or in the bathrooms, before I come in too. So we can kind of match that with him, and we can kind of figure that stuff out, and we can go from there. So, but that's where we are at up here. That is also the bid for the exterior on video. Any questions that you may have, let me know. Just keep me in mind what Paris Scott Roofing, what his timeline is, and if you could keep me inside of that and you let me know, I could probably go ahead and put that into the works too. And then let's start talking colors. Let's make it so that at some point here you guys can be done in the sun and you can enjoy your house and the fruit of all this labor and money and stress and funds. So you can kind of get to there, and we'll figure that out. So with that said, well, cool. I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll send this this afternoon. Thank you.